What's up, everybody? Noah Kaser back here for another episode of Noah Kaser Live. Let's get right into it. So first up, we're going to get into the first topic, and guess what, folks? We're going to do it one more time. We're going back to Genovia. So, Princess Diaries 3 is happening with the writer from Joyride. So let's get right into this. This is very interesting because we heard there was talk of a Princess Diaries 3, which is a successful duology of Disney films. So let's get right into this. Miracles happen. Development on the Princess Diaries 3 with Adele Lynn from Joyride, Crazy Rich Asians, and Raya and the Last Dragon signing on to direct. As a diehard fan of the original film, I'm beyond excited to be a part of this third iteration of the beloved franchise to life, Lim said in a statement. We look forward to celebrating its core tenets of female power, joy, mentorship with audiences worldwide. So, this is very interesting because look at who is writing this. Look at this. This is awesome. So, Flora Gearson is writing the script, and the film is produced by the franchise writer, Deborah Martin Chase, I believe is who originated that. So, it's also going to star Anne Hathaway as Mia, of course, and she is now the teen turned queen of the fictional kingdom of Genovia. And Julia Roberts. Let's try it one more time. Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews is coming back as her regal grandmother. So this is very interesting. Why is this interesting? Well, let's think back. Let's just think back a little bit. Genovia? How long has it been since we've been back in Genovia? Do we want to go back to Genovia? I think so, because there's a lot. There's a lot that we can unpack here. What can we get done with Anna and her grandmother now? What can we do in Genovia? Will we get returns? We could get potential returns. And what will we see in the royal life? That's going to be very intriguing to me because I do like the first two films quite a bit. I grew up with them. They were on the Disney Channel and on ABC Family, or it was ABC Family at the time, a whole bunch. So, with that being said, are you excited for a Princess Diaries 3? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think now that with a writer, with the producer, with a director, with the cast coming back, the two main stars coming back, are you excited for a Princess Diaries 3? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. So, next up, we're going to go into our next topic, and our next topic is this. Glen Powell's, let's try it one more time. Sorry, let's try this one more time. So, Glen Powell has a brand new film coming out, and it is very intriguing. So, he has a Running Man film coming out in 2025. So let's get right into this. Glen Powell's Running Man remake gets a 2025 release date. So Glen Powell has a remake coming out of the 1987 film The Running Man starring Arnold. So this is going to be coming to us from The Hollywood Reporter, who says, with Paramount Pictures has announced a number of release dates for forthcoming titles when it's Glen Powell's led Running Man remake among the projects hustling toward the theaters next year. Edgar Wright helms The Running Man, which is set to release on November 21st, 2025. Wright and Simon Kinberg with Nira Park to produce the new version of the 1987 sci-fi flick that once starred Arnold. The studio untitled Reboot feature the Naked Gun. This show is not going very well. The Naked Gun Reboot is going to hit theaters on August 1st, 2025, after having previously been scheduled for July 18th, 2025. And it's being helmed and produced by Seth MacFarlane and Erica Huggins and Akiva Schaffer. Originally played by the fabulous Leslie Nielsen, Frank is now going to be played by Liam Neeson. So, this is going to be very interesting. With this cast, Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, Paul Walter Hauser. How is this going to go? This is not it, though, because we do have a little film here called The Bad Guys 2. Bad Guys 2 is coming out. Paramount's untitled Smurfs animated film is now going to be in the release date of July 18th, 2025. And this has a monstrous cast. Rihanna, Nick Offerman, Nick Kroll, Octavia Spencer, Sandra Oh, Kurt Russell. And they've also completed, Sony has also completed I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot, which is also slated for July 18th, 2025. Vicious, starring Dakota Fanning, is moving up to February 28th, 2025. She has a history with February movies, and it was previously slated to hit theaters on August 8th. And the previously big festival darling, September 5th, hit select theaters on November 29th before expanding on December 13th. This is very good news. Running Man, Glen Powell, a lot of announcements here. Very exciting news. I'm excited for a Running Man with Glen Powell. He's not an actor's actor. I mean, he's not one of the greatest of all time or anything. He's phenomenal. He knows how to do the charm. He knows how to have the wit. He knows how to do this and that and this and that and the other thing. The issue is, can he lead his own film without any sub players? With the Running Man, you are going to need to. It's going to be another action film. But what I'm hoping is with his next few roles, Glen Powell can really show his acting range. He showed that a little bit in Top Gun Maverick. He showed that a little bit in Anyone But You, but he mostly showed that in Hitman. He's known for the big budget comedies and action films and dramas and stuff like that. However, he's not really done a very serious role that has had a lot of meat to it. It's just very, hey, look, I am an attractive guy. I can run. I'm suave, I'm funny. That's what he does with Twisters, Anyone But You, and Top Gun Maverick, along with Hitman. I want to see him do a very serious role. This is not going to be it, but can he do it? What do you think about that? And what do you think about the new Running Man movie, as well as every other Paramount and Sony movie coming out in 2025? I guarantee you there are some that are not out yet and are not even announced yet. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So, this is very good news for them. Next up, we're going to talk about the brand new film on Max that I had almost too high of expectations for. I do have to say I had too high of expectations for it. And it's one that really disappointed me in the saddest of ways. So let's get right into it. Before that, I watched the original miniseries of Salem's Lot, and I thought it was just fine. So let's get right into this. I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Salem's Lot. So, Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot is the brand new Max original that was supposed to go to theaters first. But they saw the film, they didn't think it would make much money, so they put it on Max in the month of October. Perfect timing. Author Ben Mears returns to his childhood home of Jerusalem's Lot, only to discover his hometown is being preyed upon by bloodthirsty vampires. This one stars Lewis Pullman, Mackenzie Lee, Jordan Preston Carter, and Alfred Woodard with Bill Camp. So this is a film that has some stuff going for it. Let's get right into this. This is not an awful film. It's not awful. There's some awful elements to it, and we'll get into that in just a minute. There's some very good freaky imagery, solid scares, good makeup, and a haunting score that deliver what you want from the horror. However, you don't get to meet these characters and have a meaningful just friendship. You don't get to know them because there's no character development in this film. And when there's no character development, the characters are meaningless and you can't root for any of them. There's one person that you can root for, and it's our one kid. Our one kid who is trying to fight back against this vampire and against his former friends. He has a scene at the very, very beginning where, okay, you know that this kid is going to have something to do in the movie. Because there's a bullying scene, and when there's a bullying scene, there's always a scene involving that kid. Instead, he is our main kid. However, the movie is not concerned with our characters. They're more concerned about the creepiness than our characters. It's not that we don't need good scares. It's that we need better cinematography, better story, and a better script. If you're going to develop a script with this many characters, you need to rewrite it. You need to rewrite them in a way that makes it feel original, but also paying homage to Salem's Lot. This movie is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought that this was going to be a hard R, bloody, gory time, and instead, most of the kills are shown off of screen. You don't even get to see anybody get bit, almost. You don't get to see anybody get ripped apart or blow up. Most of it is shown off screen, and when it is on screen, it's too late and you can't recoup what you've already lost. This should have been in the vein of like a Abigail, with the level of blood and gore. That's a vampire film that delivered on the blood, gore, comedy, characters, and the acting like this one should have been. I am comparing this to Abigail because it's a vampire film from earlier this year that should have been better. Well, no. This one should have been better. This one is fine. I mean, it's fine, but Abigail is great. So, what do you think? Do you think that we should stop with the notion of let's send this to theaters first, okay? Let's send this to theaters. Because Salem's Lot should have been in theaters. Watching this movie, I see why they didn't. Because Joker came out this week. Joker is out this week. Joker is out. That's going to make all the money. It's not going to make as much money as the first, but it's making money. That's your sad thing, right? That's your sad thing. Joker is not going to make as much money as the first because I have heard it's not as good of a film. I'm going to see it at some point this week. I just didn't make it out to the theater this time. But Salem's Lot should have been in theaters. It would have been a better time in theaters, maybe, but that wouldn't have helped the characters. You need better characters, and this film just completely disappointed me and disappointed a lot of people. Not that the original one is all that great either. I thought it was fine. That one's just 2 hours long, and this one's an hour shorter. It moves, and you get to know one of the characters, but you don't get to feel for any of our main adults, and then they feel meaningless. So, there's my review of Salem's Lot. I wish I liked it more. What do you think? Have you seen the new Salem's Lot? Have you seen the original? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I wanted more from our characters. I liked the score. I liked some of the scares. I liked the makeup effects, especially on the lead vampire. Oh, that main vampire in Salem's Lot, freaky makeup, phenomenally done. However, this film was a massive disappointment, and I'm going to give Salem's Lot 3 out of 5 stars. So, there's my review of Salem's Lot, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what you thought. What do you think about Salem's Lot? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And let me know your thoughts. So, next up, we're going to move into our regular topics every single week. We're not doing the ticket tracker this week because the ticket tracker, it's not going to change during the week. But we're going to go into Release Rewind. So Release Rewind is the segment usually I do on Tuesdays, but now we're going to do it on Fridays. However, that's changing. On Tuesdays, I'm doing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Fridays, I'm doing 5, 15, 25, 35, 45 years. So getting into that, we're going to take a look at what came out in 1999, 89, 79, 2009, and 2019. So in 2019, we had the original Joker making $1 billion, over $1 billion at the box office, and Judy earning $45.5 million, almost $45.5 million. 2 great films, 2 Best Picture nominees, and ultimately, both of these actors won the Best Actor and Best Actress of the Year award in 2019. Well, in 2020 for their roles in this film. 2009, we had Zombieland earning $102 million worldwide, Whip It earning $18.8, and The Invention of Lying making $32.7 million worldwide. 1999, we have quite a bit here. 1999, we had Three Kings making 107.7. Drive Me Crazy, which I have seen that one, making $22.5 million, almost 22.6. I like that film a lot. It's very sweet. It's charming. It's a 90s teen comedy, and it works. Mystery Alaska making $8.8 million. And funny enough, I kid you not, this was my very first film I saw ever. My parents told me ever since I've been a little baby that this is probably the first movie I ever watched, but it was the first movie I ever got, ever. Elmo and Grouchland, which made $11.6 million. It has been, I guarantee you, almost 15 years since I've seen Elmo and Grouchland, and I hate to say it, it's not all that bad of a movie. It's not all that bad of a movie. It's very freaking charming. I mean, it's charming. It's Elmo. Who doesn't like Elmo? A while ago, Elmo asked some people on Twitter how they were doing, and people went bananas. They went ballistic, and that's great for them. I love that. But Elmo and Grouchland came out 25 years ago on October 1st. 1989, we had The Innocent Man. An Innocent Man with Tom Selleck making $19.3 million. And 1979, we had 10, making $52.1 million. I have not seen 10 or An Innocent Man, but I have seen Elmo and Grouchland, Drive Me Crazy, Zombieland, and Judy, as well as The Joker. So, do these make you feel old? Does this make you feel old? Knowing that that came out 15 years ago. Zombieland came out 15 years ago. I can't believe that. Elmo and Grouchland is 25. I'm 25. I'm the same age as Elmo and Grouchland. That's insane. But what do you think about Release Rewind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know your thoughts. So we're going to go into the comments, and it's from Michael. Welcome in, Michael. It is awesome. It is awesome. I remember seeing The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland on pay-per-view back in the day. I actually had the VHS tape. I think it might have been my mom or dad, or maybe my grandma bought the tape for me when I was maybe a year to a year and a half, maybe. And that was the first film I actually sat down and watched the whole thing with no fuss, was that one. So it holds a special place in my heart as my very first watch. The comments, thank you for coming into my stream. Yes, I was on, well, I was in the chat for his stream for Bad Blood predictions with Datilla, and check that video out on Michael's channel. Do you think AJ Styles will come back as a heel tonight? I think he should come back as a heel. That's what you should do. The issue is what you do with him. Do you stick him in a feud with LA Knight? Do you stick him with the OC? You can't put him in the main event scene, so I think you stick him in a mid-card feud with somebody. It might be LA Knight. It might be in a tag situation with the OC again, but he's getting ready to retire soon. So I think he's just writing it out. They haven't had anything for him recently, so, but I do think he'll probably come back as a heel. He'll get a massive pop, though. I guarantee you. Massive, massive pop. We're going to go into our next topic, and our next topic is the Netflix Top 10. So the Netflix Top 10 changes every single week. Every single week. And we're going to go with the movies first. There's a couple things that are off of there that, seriously, it's shocking what the top 10 looks like now, because a lot of stuff has been added. But if you had told me that this would be number 1 on the Netflix Top 10 when I just looked, I would have never guessed. Number 1 is Sing, the Illumination musical animated film. 2, Escape Plan. 3, The Garfield Movie. 4, Jailbreak, Love on the Run. Number 5, The Mechanic. Number 6, It Chapter 2. Number 7, Robin Hood, the 2018 version of Robin Hood. Number 8, Halloween, 2018's Halloween. Number 9, 22 Jump Street. And number 10 is Two Guns. I'm going to add that to my watch list. I've had that on Blu-ray for a while. I've been wanting to see it. I've had the DVD. I've had the Blu-ray, but I've never got around to watching it. So there's your top 10 for the movies. And for the TV shows, they look like this. So in top 10 TV shows, we have number 1, Nobody Wants This. Number 2, Love is Blind. Number 3, Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Heartstopper at number 4. Number 5, Unsolved Mysteries, the new episodes of that. Number 6, Mr. McMahon. Number 7, The Great British Baking Show. Number 8, Yellow Jackets. Number 9, The Perfect Couple. And number 10, Ellen DeGeneres, for your approval. So there's the Netflix top 10. Let me know what you think is going to be on the Netflix top 10 next week. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. We're going to go into the comments one more time. I saw you mentioned about The Running Man. We don't need a remake. Yes, it's a classic. We don't need a remake, but they know that they can do it. They know it's a recognizable name, and Glen Powell, I think, is the right guy to do it. I just wish he would take these meatier acting roles and give him something to chew on, really, because there's not much for him to chew on with something like A Running Man. It's a action-heavy role. It's a lot of running around, literally running around. But I'm wishing that we get original films. The issue is when we get original films, nobody goes to see them. Nobody goes to see them. Are you seeing Joker 2? I'm seeing Joker 2 at some point this week. Time got away from me today, but before I know it, my show time I only had like 15 minutes to get there, and I said, you want to know what? It's fine. My theater will have it for at least 2 weeks, so I will probably go and see it. I'm hoping Monday. I have something to do tomorrow, or I would go and see it tomorrow, but hopefully on Monday. And next, we're going to go into the final topic, which is going to be what's releasing this week in theaters and on streaming. So what is releasing this week in theaters and on streaming? Well, let's take a look. So, there's a ton. I'm not sure what just happened. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but we're going to go over that one more time, and then I have no idea what just happened. I don't know what went, but my computer just kind of crashed. So we're going to take a look at this one more time. So Joker Folie à Deux, The Platform 2. Max has Salem's Lot. VOD, we have Deadpool and Wolverine. Speak No Evil. Strange Darling. Strange Darling. And a bunch of other films. But you guys can check out my review. My review for a bunch of films coming out, because I have a bunch of reviews coming to you on Tuesday. And those reviews are going to be for the brand new Amazon film House of Spoils. You'll also get my review of the brand new Hallmark film A Sprinkle of Deceit, a Hannah Swenson mystery, and the brand new Hallmark film Autumn at Apple Hill. But I might potentially be watching VHS Beyond, and if I get to go to theaters on Monday evening, I will get to go and see Joker Folie à Deux. So, expect reviews for at least House of Spoils, the 2 Hallmark films, potentially VHS Beyond, and of course, Joker Folie à Deux. I may get to Hold Your Breath, I'm not quite sure. But there's that, everybody. And as always, like and subscribe if you're new. And I will see all of you guys. Well, and as always, I will see all of you guys next time.
So where did you go when the fire is low?